decks playing more chasms, honestly. Busted. Busted. You're running Hearse in your board at some point because you can cast it off Burning-Tree. That's reasonable. Yeah, I guess Rest in Peace is awkward because you can't cast it off Burning-Tree Emissary. I think Lotus Field to crack the top 5? Maybe. Oh, I know, Max. Aspiring Spike Alert. Aspiring Spike Alert. Rude. So they're not playing the snow-covered mountains, which means they don't have the frostbites. Just trying to think if I should. It's technically better to cast the Thopter first to play around Spikefield Hazard, right? Yeah. Okay, well, they had nothing anyways, but... Actually, it might be better to hold the Giant Killer anyways, right? If they're going to put Atrax into play. So here I am. I'm going to take the Burning Tree. Yeah, go. Rectosec is 6th on there. Well, I mean, in terms of the expected metagame, I really don't expect a lot of people to play Rakdos, although it does have a good Boros matchup, so that is a reason for people to pick the deck up. Do I think Invoke is good? I do think it's a good deck. I think it's a very good deck. I guess we can... No, if I play Killer, they can trade and then play Atraxa. So we just hold the Giant Killer, I think. Because I think as long... Unless they're playing Worm... But they don't have the material to go for Worm this turn, so... I just took it all. Oh, no, they can't go for Worm. Yeah, they can't go for Worm. Never mind. I guess by playing the Killer, it forces a trade. But they just trade for Killer, go to 2. Oh, I guess trading would have cut them off playing Creativity entirely, right? Yeah, I didn't think about that. I wanted to hold this to kill Atraxa, but if I force the block, they can't Creativity me anyways. Yeah, you're probably right. I think it's one of those, like, either way, I think I'm winning, but maybe there's, like, weird situations where maybe doing this is better and forcing the trade. Sounds good, JS. Have a good day. What's my top 5 right now is Convoke up there. I mean, in terms of decks I expect people to play, like metagame share, it's Rakdos, Monogreen, Azorius, Lotus, and Greasefang. But, you know, I personally believe that this deck is one of the best choices for the event, even if I don't think a lot of people are going to play it. It's my top 69. Good question. I don't have an answer to that. This is when they Stubborn Denial from the top rope. Stubborn Denial from the top rope. I just said, Brennan, listen to when I talk. I said decks I expect people to play. I did not say that Blue-White is a good deck. I think it is not a good deck, but I expect a lot of people to play it because there are people who will only play Control. I know it's hard to listen sometimes, but people will play it for sure. You think Jabber's not going to register Blue-White Control? You're out of your mind. You know, there are people who will refuse to play anything else. I mean, I did just call out Jabber, so, you know. Alright, what do we want against the mono-red Creativity? Teferi is a drug. Do I want anything else? Collective Effort, perhaps, against the Atraxa? It's probably fine, right? Yeah, if they ever tap out for Atraxa, we just slam that. I'm going to cut Friendship, because they bring in a lot of sweepers. I think I'm going to cut Landing. And maybe only 1 Collective Effort. That gives me 4 answers to Atraxa, plus the invasions. I think that's fine. I don't want to draw too many of these like types of effects. It's a Deathrite Shaman deck in the 5-0s. Yo, don't tempt me with a good time. It's not that good either. Is it better than the average 5? Probably, but not by a lot. Yeah, even if I lead on Killer, I can't Knight-Errant on 2, right? I guess if I draw Ornithopter, I really have to save this for Atraxa, I think. It's a mid-draw. Go Burning-Tree, Loot Blood, discard Mana Confluence, try to peel a red 1-drop. A red 1-drop, but not the worst. Have we tried Halo Hopper? I tried Halo Hopper for a couple leagues, but I feel like it was only good when you drew exactly Gleeful Demolition, and really bad if you didn't draw Gleeful Demolition. Fable. No, Fable. Killer, Bushwhacker, attack. They just take. I guess if they... Well, the problem is they can go attack with Shaman, make a treasure, play land, creativity the Shaman, keep the treasure up, and then use the treasure to have removal spell for Giant Killer. But, I mean, I don't really think I'm winning this game if I don't cast spells, so, you know. For the moon. Yeah, it is nice that Burning-Tree can just cast it by itself, which is cool. Ooh, no creativity. I like that. I wonder if there's any world, if they're playing Spike's List, where they boarded into the Worm combo. It is possible. Well, they were Atraxa game 1, but they might have boarded into the Worm combo. Could just go Shock Castle, attack for 6. No, that's not very good. I don't think that's good. Be the lines of your hands. I actually hit 2 spells off this, which is massive. Oh, like best possibles, too. So now we can go land, Epicure. Let me have this for next turn. And we have Giant Killer if they have Atraxa. Looks like they might have boarded into the Worm. Does that make sense from their side? Like, Atraxa, I guess because of Giant Killer, maybe it's better to board into Worm. Yeah, looks like they're worming us post-board. Yep. Alright. Game 3. Okay. Noted. That makes collective effort a lot worse, because sorcery speed. Keep in, like, 1 friendship, maybe. It is another Legion Loyalist moment, good against the Atraxa. So there's a world where I Giant Killer the Worldspine Worm, and then use Loyalist to make it so their worms can't block, which would be kind of cool, if that comes up. I don't think I want Chasm. Like, most of the time, if I can Giant Killer their worm, even with 3 blockers, I can probably kill them on the crackback. Okay, what's this hand? This hand is... probably good enough. This is like turn 1 Giant Killer, turn 2 Emissary. Oh yeah, this is just turn 2 Loxodon, right? Yeah, I keep this. Well, obviously unless they kill the Giant Killer, but... Maybe the lines of your hands. Simply not kill the Giant Killer. I mean, we gotta go for it, right? I think they have removal spell, but they just decided to wait. It's very smart from them. Nope, I guess not. Okay, confirm no removal. Or if they had removal, they should have, you know, they messed up, but... Now we get to go Invasion, take your best card, and flip it immediately. That's kind of cracked. This is the spots where Invasion feels kind of broken. Oh, maybe they only had Spike Field, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna find out next turn. Yeah, it's like probably the single best card you could possibly have against creativity. There are certain spots where it's just like, just so absurd. I've even had did this a couple of times where you just go turn 1 Ornithopter Gleeful, turn 2 Invasion, take your best card, immediately flip the landing on 2. Like, obviously that's dream scenario, but it's happened a couple of times. Yeah, end the festivities. Opponent, you got any end the festivities over there? End the festivities? Where they at? Alright, what you got? Tell me what happens. Sure. I accept. I mean, you know, they tried. I mean, even if I didn't have the Invasion, it wouldn't have done anything, right? Yeah, this is Spike Stack. Oh, the Sokinzon is kind of rough, too, because they have Torpin Mine. Little sketchy. What if they play Forbidden Friendship in their deck? Ooh, do we keep a hand without white mana? So we're on the draw. Cards that make this good include 15 white sources, plus 3 Forbidden Friendships. So that's 18 outs. We're like 1 in 3 to hit. Slightly better than 1 in 3. Inspector. No, Inspector doesn't do anything. We have no white mana. Yeah, like 18 out of 53 on the draw. I think I take those odds. Now, if they thought to use my Gleeful Demolition, my hand is completely unplayable, but... Oh, no. Or they just hold up Fatal Push. Are we running the Mountain Pass? I think I am. Tell me what happens. Nothing to see here. Mountain Pass. Well, shit. Go? Maybe they'll think I have Resolute Reinforcements. Very powerful deck, just doing nothing on turn 1 or turn 2. Please play a spell. Oh no, not this deck again. We are 0% against this deck. Guess I discard the second Loxodon? Yeah, I was debating between Burning-Tree and second Loxodon, but I think it's just better to discard second Loxodon. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna dump my hand. So we go Thopter, Gleeful. Alright, you can go. Question is, do they have Sweeper's main deck? Didn't see what I mentioned, there were 3 of this deck in the 5-0s. Oh, the Waste Not one. Really? Okay. Interesting. It's a lot of that deck. It's a little surprising. I mean, I don't think this deck is that bad, but just haven't seen a lot of people playing it. Awkward. Do I even care about Liliana? This thing doesn't hit Planeswalkers. I really wish it did. No, definitely not that. Whoa. Chill. I'm just not going to attack Liliana. I don't care. Just want to know who you are. Liliana, I do not care. Giga Chad. I do not care. Getting your hand empty against Waste Not is really nice, by the way. I have the combo deck. Always draw, like, the worst possible. Or, like, whatever would be the worst possible for me. Like, couldn't just draw a land there. They're still kind of fucked, right? They have to chump block and take 8. Go to 3. Yeah, they're still in a bad spot. I guess they can go to 1 if they trade here. The other option is to not castle. Other option is to go Friendship, send everything. If they block 1/1, they would take 2, 4, 5, 9, go to 2. 11. I guess if I send the Epicure at Liliana, it kills the Liliana regardless. Because it's a forced block, they can't block the Epicure. Yeah, okay, I'll buy that. That makes sense. And then we get to hold this for next turn, too, because the Liliana is 100% dying here. So they can either chump and take 6, or they can just die. Or they can just take lethal. I mean, you know. Yeah, that's also a line you could take. Maybe not the recommended line, but... Yeah, the onboard trick. See, they knew they were losing anyways, so... Yeah, Illness is fine against this deck. I mean, it has the same issues as... Well, I was going to say it has the same issues as End the Festivities, but it's a little bit better because there's not a window where you can convoke the Loxodon to get around the Illness. It just kills all the tokens straight up, so... Yeah, it's a good card. Thoughts on Liliana, or Pithing Needle against them to name Liliana and, more importantly, Gyre Reach Sanitarium. Like, their Waste Knots are not that good if I name Gyre Reach Sanitarium. I don't know if that's going a little too deep, but Waste Knots do get a lot worse if I do that. Yeah. It's not great. It's not great, don't get me wrong. Definitely want this card. This is my best card against them. These are awful. This is awful. Definitely not want these. I could maybe consider these for more answers for Shieldred, plus it also kills Waste Not. This card actually might not be that bad. Right? Kill Shieldred and kill Waste Not. Maybe, like, the first copy could be okay. Cut these. Definitely don't need this. Yeah, I wanted to try a couple needles. Get a feel for it. I'm not sure it's that good, but... Yeah, good versus Sac. I don't actually know if it's that good against green, because most of the games you lose against green don't involve Karn anyways. So it's... Yes, it's like... It's decent against them in a general sense, but not from this deck's perspective, if that makes sense. Loyalist slaps? Why is Loyalist good? Oh, for their zombie tokens off Waste Not? We could just do some trimming. We're not trying to be as aggressive. So maybe do like this? Let's try that. Yeah, I forgot that they make a lot of tokens off Waste Not. Okay. Any grindy sideboard cards? Why do you want grindy sideboard cards? Like, what matchup do you want? And also, what grindy sideboard cards are you even thinking of? Because, like, honestly, all the ones that I've tried aren't even that good against Rakdos. And I think the Rakdos matchup is not that bad anyways. I think you're also just much better off just, sticking to, like, plane A, Yeah, you want to go below Rakdos. I don't want to just play Thraben Inspector and pass. Because I don't have a good Gleeful turn. Because I can go Burning-Tree Gleeful Thopter, but I don't have white mana to cast a Loxodon. Yeah, let's just go Inspector pass. Yeah, you want to go under Rakdos. Oh, right. I could have just went Gleeful... Yeah, Gleeful Clue play Thopter. You're right, I'm a dumbass. Kind of rewarded. I guess we just don't play the Loxodon here? Yeah, I'm a dumbass. I was looking at Claudio's message, and I got so flustered by what he said that I just lost track. Classic Claudio. This is all Claudio's fault. All Claudio's fault. I don't understand what Claudio says half the time. I mean, I'm just jamming. We didn't come here to not jam. What am I doing here? It's not lethal, but... Probably would have been a lot better if I played the Loxodon this turn. But, Claudio's fault. You got a sweeper? Mod check sweeper? Didn't matter. See? I played perfectly. I knew I was going to win anyways. There's nobody in chat that flusters me as much as Claudio does. This is one of those no payoff hands. I mean, again, it's like, can you really afford to mulligan these hands? I don't think so. Have I lost today yet? Yes, we've lost today. I think I'm gonna keep. Legion's Landing is the payoff? Yeah, not really a good payoff, but it's kind of a payoff. It's alright, we'll draw Burning-Tree Emissary, or we'll draw Bushwhacker, excuse me. Because of Bushwhacker, I'm actually gonna lead Legion's Landing. It's just, like, incredibly high upside if I draw Bushwhacker. No, this is better first if you draw Bushwhacker. Higher upside. All that you want from me. I guess we go Burning-Tree Friendship. Forbidna. To you. Playing creativity, maybe? I mean, Den could be a lot of different decks, but... Alright, red-black. But Doomwake, how will you beat red-black without grindy card chatting? I don't know, Claudio. You're about to find out. The safety... It's definitely better to make a token than play the Inspector. Faux show. Oh, show. Go. What is grindy card? Please explain grindy card to me. Please explain. I need to make white mana. Turn 3, activate Legion's Landing. Game over. It's already Jover. Like, we're already done. Game is already over. That's pretty good. Let's start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have all these tokens? Yes. You mean it, I assume you mean in paper, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I could Loxodon. So a couple of options here. I could go Burning-Tree Loxodon. Can I go? I have enough mana to go take Burning-Tree Loxodon. Burning-Tree. Can I go Burning-Tree, make a token, and Loxodon, or am I short? 1. So 2 mana, Burning-Tree, 2 floating. This, activate, make a token. No, I'm short. Yeah, I'm a little short. Burning-Tree Bushwhacker. I mean, attacking this turn is not that great. I guess I can push 8 damage. Well, the only problem with taking Burning-Tree Bushwhacker next turn is, like, what if they have Thoughtseize? But even if they have Thoughtseize, I can probably just push enough damage, right? Because then I actually have enough to go... 1, 2... I would have enough to go Burning-Tree, make a token, and Bushwhacker. Yeah, okay, I'll take those two. That makes the most sense. Because I can make another token this turn. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Take Loxodon Whacker. Yeah, that's the other thing I was thinking about, is taking Loxodon, going Shockland, play Loxodon, and just hope to draw a spell next turn. Okay, well, they're dead. I think it's just actually lethal. It might not be quite lethal. It's close. So we go play this. Burning-Tree. I'm not doing the math. I'm just jamming. Just jamming. Alright, math is for Shieldrids. Math is for Shieldrids. Alright, you figure it out. You figure it out. I don't think it's lethal, but it's pretty damn close. I guess if they're going to block like that, it's lethal. I think they could have survived, but I also don't think it matters. Okay, so against Rakdos, this card is excellent. Probably your best card. Past that, I don't think there's a ton that you want to do in this matchup. Also, Claudio, this is your grindy card. This is a 3-for-1 against Rakdos. Kill your Fable, kill your Shieldred, put a counter on your team. Like, you don't need a lot more than that. So this kind of is a grindy card against Rakdos. It's not the thing that you're used to, but I have been so impressed with this card. It has been so good. I think I was just cutting Forbidden Friendship. I don't see... It's weird because I was bringing in Invasion before, but I'm not actually sure you're supposed to bring in Invasion. I guess we can do 1 Loyalist for the first Invasion, because Loyalist is bad against them. Maybe like 2 Invasion is the right number. Cut a Thopter. You citing Collective Effort versus green? I don't think so. I think it's a little bit too slow against green. You're short of Forbidden Friendship IRL, which you run over the 3rd. Well, I don't know if you're going to Dallas, but I have like 20 copies. But you could play like the first Clarion Spirit over the 3rd copy. Maybe we'll try 1 Invasion. I think that's good. I've tried Winning Announcement before, but I was never a big fan of it in this matchup. I mean, the card's not that bad, but I don't know. It just felt like my normal game plan was good enough. I don't think you need to do a ton in this matchup. Even post-board against the sweepers, I still feel pretty favored. This song is really good. Boarding up a land too. Did you have 19 main? Because I'm on 20 main right now. And I think 20 is like the perfect land count. Chat, type 1 in the chat if you're ready to get Hidetsugu consumed alt. I'm ready. Do I save a Thopter? I think I save a Thopter, right? Yeah, I'm going to save a Thopter. Alright, well. Please don't cast Hidetsugus. Be cool about it. They have Stomp? I'm totally fine with Stomp. Yeah, I'm okay with that. So the thing about Knight-Errant in this matchup is I like to go Loxodon early to push more damage. The nice thing about waiting on Knight-Errant on a later turn is once the board gets clogged, you can Knight-Errant for 5 a lot easier. And then when you Knight-Errant for 5, you're more likely to hit more of the big payoff. So I think that's the general plan is like, I like doing this early and this later, if that makes sense. Do I really care if they eat the Bushwhacker? I don't think I do. They take 4, 5, 10, go to 10. Maybe I kind of care. No, I think I do care. I think I'm not going to attack with the Bushwhacker. Trade with the Loxodon. I don't know. I think if I attack with Bushwhacker, they probably block the Bushwhacker. No, I think if I attack with this, they eat the Bushwhacker. And I kind of want it for the Knight. Yeah, that's a little bit worse. There's not really a lot of reason to do it for 4 versus 3. Because 3 still gets more Bushwhackers. That was basically perfect. I think I'm kind of down to play the Thraben Inspector here. Because then I can upkeep Giant Killer. And then the following turn, we can go... Yeah, we could chop down upkeep and then do this next turn. Because I kind of want to chump block the Shieldred if they attack. Maybe? Could double block too. Okay, that's unfortunate. Jump over everything you say. Okay. It's unlucky. No attacks. That is not a 1-drop. Well, definitely going to do that this turn. Oh, no, I'm going to hold that. Yeah, I'm going to hold that. So they go to 12. I'll even play around Kroxa and not play the land. We like to get... So they go to 14. Gleeful Ornithopter there, block there. 2, 4, 6, 8. Plus 6 is 14. It's close. Oh. Well, it's no longer close. It is no longer close. Alright. We're going to game 3. Yeah, I mean, like, the sequence of, like, playing the Shieldred and then Thoughtseizing the Giant Killer was just so backbreaking. Without the Thoughtseize, we win that game easily, but it's fine. Again, good matchup, not too worried about it. This hand's weird. It's close. On the play, I think I'm going to keep this. I might actually play Double Thopter on 1. Yeah. I mean, like, I'm not losing a ton. I'm losing potential Bushwhacker value, but, like, I don't have a second land. And the upside is they have a tap land on turn 1, and I just get to instantly flip this and just, you know, be nuts. I don't know if you can really call this a 1-lander. I mean, it kind of is, but no, we're on the play. On the draw, I would not keep this hand, but on the play, I think it's more reasonable. The only thing they can have is Fatal Push. Is any Bolt Land good in here? I don't think so. Like, what's the point of playing the Bolt Land? I can't really think of a good reason to play it, right? Like, you're never playing that long of a game. This hand seems sketch. I understand that you think that. Okay. Not bad. Well, leading with Giant Killer is a lot worse against Thoughtseize. That was what I was worried about. I do on turn 2 here. I think I could probably play one of these. I think playing 1 is good. Yeah, it's like, what do you want to play around in that scenario? Power, word, kill. You got it. So, they showed me Meathook Massacre last game, which I don't know if that means that they 100% don't have Hidetsugu Consumes All, but alternatively, can I really ever play around it? I think I feel like I'm supposed to Loxodon this turn. Yeah, it's just like a question of what Convoke creature I want to play, and I think, given they could have a 4-mana sweeper, I think it's better to Loxodon and get the maximum amount of damage out of my stuff. I kind of want to play the Giant Killer, too. This might be a little too greedy. That might be a little too greedy. Yeah, like, Meathook does nothing against this. Obviously, I lose to Hidetsugu's, but okay. That does accelerate them to a Meathook, potentially. Can't cast that. You know what I could do? I could just hold up Giant Killer to tap their Shaman token. I don't know if that's very good. I take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, because they're probably not going to trade with the Shaman token. They go to 9. Then it just means they can't Meathook. The other alternative is, like, I guess the other line would be cast Knight-Errant, leave up Giant Killer, no attacks. Yeah, they can Meathook for 2, which only kills the 2 Vampire tokens. But that would also kill their Shaman token. I'm, like, not that upset if they Meathook for 2 next turn, right? I think attacking is probably better than holding up, than casting this. So I think I'm going to do that. Just attack with everything that's not Giant Killer. I do lose the flip on the landing, but it's fine. Yeah, and given that I've held up the Giant Killer, they basically have to block. Let's just hope they don't have exactly, like... I mean, Languish is worst case scenario, but Extinction Event or Ritual, we get to keep some stuff. Actually, Extinction Event's not even that good on this board. Ritual would be worse, but... Yeah, if they Shelly, we end-step tap. If they Shelly, they're dead, right? They go to 1. Okay. That's not that bad for us. Still have 4 power, still have this left over. I don't want to feel this way forever. That is interesting. So I can blow up a Thopter. I could blow up a Thopter and then no attacks. I could blow up a Thopter and Gleeful for 3. Going land, Thopter, 3 red tokens. Attack for 2, put them to 9. Well, if I'm doing that, then it's much better to... I get to attack with the Vampire token, right? Because I can go tap Sacred Foundry, Gleeful the Thopter, tap 3 Goblins, a Danto, and other Thopter to cast the Knight, and then attack for 2. Oh, sure, you're saying attack... Yeah, attack... Okay, attack for 3 first. Sure. Okay, that's fine. We can do that. That makes sense. So attack for 3, they go to 8. Let you down. Go here, play Knight. Hopefully hit, like, I guess Thopter Bushwhacker is best case scenario. Okay, well, any land does it now. Feeling okay. Depends on what their leftovers are. Okay, that we can very easily beat. Any land here. Any land. That is, in fact, not a land. Let's go... If I shove everything, they eat this, take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They go to 3, then back up to 5. I don't think that's good. 2, block, 2, 3, 5. Go to 3, back up to 5. I mean, no, that doesn't seem that good. I think I'll wait. May push. Okay. You go to 7. I'm gonna hold the Inspector, I think. What's the reason to loot main? Tap land? There is no land that, like, every single land comes into play untapped. There are no lands that come into play tap right now. The question is, do I even loot now? I guess, does it matter which one I loot? I guess this is more power, so loot the Inspector probably. Because I don't have basic planes in my deck. No, I don't play Den. Okay. This is getting dicey. You're at 9 now, too. This is getting a little dicey. I could save the Giant Killer, but if I draw a land, they're just dead anyways, so... Yeah, this is my 1-laner, by the way. I still haven't drawn a second land. Oh, that's funny. Main loot was better if your top 2 were land plus Castle Embereth. Well, I mean, they're just dead to a land anyways, right? Maybe not now. Wait, are we actually, like, losing this game now? Because they can gain 4 more life in combat? Surely we're not losing this game. Come on, dude. This is not real. This is not real. Oh, man. Oh, they have no cards, but yeah, they can't loot. This is insane. Yeah, just waiting on a land. Still probably win if I draw a land. This is insane. Yeah, if I draw a land now, I'm just going to escalate this. Yeah. Definitely going to go for this first. I will cast Invoke Despair. Oh, wait, I was supposed to kill this. That was really dumb. I should have killed this. That was really bad. I forgot they still have this online. That was a mistake. Yeah, should have killed this 100%. Response. They have no cards in hand. They can't loot. It's not lethal, but I can probably force them to trade both of these off, right? I mean, I'm just going to cast my spells. Oh, I can't even play the Burning-Tree this turn, right? Because I have the stupid Adonto. Yeah, still have to go for it, I think. Just try to push something through. I don't know how much they have to trade with, but they definitely have to trade with something. They can't keep both of these. I know that for a fact, right? Yeah, they can't keep both of those. So they go Shieldred on 3-2. 3-6 plus 8 is 14. So they actually have to block with both the Reflection and the Harvester, yeah. They have to lose both of them. Because if they just block 2, that's 8 plus 3 is 11. Yeah, they have to trade with both. We lose all 3 of our 3s. They take 8, go to 3, up to 5. I know, right? To be fair, we've kind of grinded through a lot. We have grinded through a lot this game. I mean, we're still behind, I think. This is a weird spot. Yeah, Bushwhacker would be game. I know, they have a blood token. They also have a castle, so they can gain a lot of life this turn. This has been a really good game. Oh, MTG bot is broken. Oh, also, apparently there's downtime tomorrow. I didn't even know that. That's a pretty good top deck. That's true, yeah. We're probably due for a couple of lands, given we just drew our second land on, like, turn 7, turn 8. I think the downtime was 9 to 12 Pacific. Oh, that's just lethal, right? Yeah. Alright, good game. How did I win this game? Oh, wait, no, I thought I had a Bushwhacker. Never mind. Just kidding. I thought this was a Bushwhacker. So, not even close to dead, actually. Go. Yeah, I'm just IRL chatting. Streaming, not chatting. I think I have streaming enabled. I think in castle. Not castling main phase. I feel like they would want to try and hit like a 2-drop, right? That's the worst possible, because I can't activate a Dante this turn. Maybe I'm supposed to keep the land anyways. I think we have lost. I think we have lost this game. Maybe if I draw another Giant Killer, but probably going to be too long. Would I have won this game if I had killed the correct Fable? Because they would have had one less blocker that turn, right? If I had killed the right thing. Well, no, because they ended the game at 3, right? Oh, but I had a 3-power attacker. Yeah. Right? Because because they blocked all the 3-power creatures. Yep. Yeah, it would have been lethal that turn. That was my bad. All right. Yeah. So that was a dub. I just brain farted, clicked on the wrong thing. But yeah, they were dead that next turn if I just killed the right thing. Oh well, good beats. I'm missing something. I mean, fine. If I had a Gleeful, I would have kept that hand. Okay, this hand's a keep. This hand is definitely a keep. I think I put back the Giant Killer. Right, yeah, because the effort killed the Shielder that was in play. I don't really watch anime. I think I've watched like one anime lifetime. I don't even remember what it was, but Battlecry Goblin is, I think, 2 mana intensive. I think I really want to resolve the landing. So let's play this one this turn so they can't counter it next turn. Really important to get that one into play against their deck. Okay. Let's take... I kind of don't want to take Loxodon, because I'm just going to attack with my creatures next turn. I don't think I'm going to play Loxodon next turn, right? 3, 4, 5, 9. But I guess maybe I'll have enough material post-Wrath to play the Loxodon. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm casting Loxodon this game. Or at least next turn, because that also plays into counter magic. We were in the Rakdos match? No, we lost to Rakdos. I guess I could also just Venerated Loxodon with these 5 and still attack for 4. Which means they go to 16 and it's still lethal, right? That's a lot worse if they have Lockdown, which they do usually play main deck. I think I'm just going to go to combat and flip. Yeah, like if I take this line and do this, and they have Lockdown, it's so bad for me. So I think I'm just going to do it this way and play it slow. I'm just not gonna play anything. Like they have to have lockdown next turn, or they probably can't possibly win. Wow, no lockdown. Dece. But Inspector to have lethal. 4, 7, 9. Yeah, reasonable. Yeah, sure, because they take 10, go to 1, and then the Epicure is lethal. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I'm just not going to play anything now. But yeah, you're right. I probably should have played Inspector last turn, because then this would have been lethal this turn. I was hoping to find an untap land, because then they ref me, untap, make the send step, untap, but then no 1 and then kill them. But alright, well, I didn't have the wrath anyways. EZ. I could consider collective effort to destroy temporary lockdown, but the problem with this is this being a sorcery means that you don't get the tokens back. If this was something like Wear Tear or what's the 1 mana one that people are playing, the gain 4, whatever that one is, just if it was an instant speed way to blow up lockdown, you could consider that, but sorcery speed is not that good. Now, Frag is a sorcery. How much worse does that get with open decklist in Dallas? I mean, not a ton, because like people aren't playing cards that are good against this deck main deck. Like there's not you don't see people main decking Tsuku Consumes All and Anger of the Gods. People that just don't main deck those cards. So I don't think it actually changes a lot. I should probably cut Giant Killers instead, right? Your deck has main deck Chain Whirler and End the Festivities. What a Giga Chad. Main deck End the Festivities, Giga Chad. Yeah, but there's not a lot of decks that have that main deck, right? Like, I don't disagree with you that it is a main deckable card, but what decks main deck it? Correct. Keep. Creativity. Yeah, that's fair. Creativity sometimes does main deck the 3-mana sweepers. But there's just not enough matchups where you're not giving up equity in enough matchups with open deck lists for me to, like, shy away from playing this deck, if that makes sense. Forge Devil is for the mirror match and any deck that has Llanowar Elves. This might actually be a turn 1 Gleeful hand, because if I rip Invasion, I can just flip it. I don't usually like Gleeful on 1, but I think with this specific hand, I do kind of like it. Demonic Tutors! I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing, Ed? Thank you for the raid, buddy. Welcome, everybody, from Edstream. Playing some Pioneer, preparing for the regional championship. Well, I'm playing the last chance qualifiers, but this is my best play if they have a counter spell. I can't play her on Censor, because well, if I cast Burning-Tree, I can't play the Loxodon anyways. I'm just wondering if I want to commit the landing. I think I hold the landing, actually. No, I think I hold the landing. Because then if they go, like, if they just go counter pass, I can next turn go landing Bushwhacker and then flip. So I think this is good. Like, they're probably going to counter this, but whatever. Also, like, not committing this is way better if they have lockdown. Holy shit. How do I beat that card? Oh my goodness. How do I ever beat that card? Unironically, how do I beat that card? I'm asking for a friend. Guess we flip landing. Double Surge. I can't double Surge this turn. I cut the Loyalist. I cut the Loyalist, and I shaved on Giant Killers to tap it. Because I forgot about fucking Brimaz. Guess we just go in, right? Like, I don't really have a better plan. Maybe I'm supposed to save one of these. I'm just gonna hope I draw a second spell. Alright, your turn. You're 10. They get another blocker, too. Damn, this card's actually not that bad against me. It's, like, so hard for me to kill it, too. Basically impossible. Go. Draw it's bad? I don't even know if that's true. Maybe, but... Am I really gonna have to bring in Rending Volley? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring in, like, 1 or 2 copies. I guess we'll trade the Vampire tokens for the Brimaz tokens. I mean, I could, like, quadruple block this, but they have Wandering Emperor. Sheesh. Imagine getting Emperor there. Yeah, let's just move on. I'll just move on to the next one. It's fine. Actual factual Brimaz could bring in Magmatic Chasm. I mean, that's got to be worse than Rending Volley. Could Pithing Needle Brimaz. So we got Friendship for 2 vol. Am I really respecting fucking Brimaz? Already have Invasion. Yeah, what if I just did like a Loyalist and another Giant Killer? Because Giant Killer is like effectively the same card as against Brimaz as Volley, right? Just tap it. They also might not even have Brimaz in their deck on the draw. I think I'm just gonna do this. Any other cat, which is worse for us, right? But like Volley's not even that good against that one. It's okay, but gotta keep this. Well, I mean, again, there's also a chance that they don't keep Brimaz in their deck when they're on the draw, because I don't know if it's even that good against me on the draw. So like, I don't want to have a card in my deck that has no text if they decide to board back out the Brimazes. Yeah, Regal costs 5 too, so it's not nearly as good. No Kahira means no Caracal and probably Angels. That's a good point, too, because they don't have Kahira. Well, Brimaz is worse on the draw than it is on the play, because you have less time to tap out on turn 3 for a card like that on the draw. That's the point. Like, they can find themselves in more situations when they're on the draw where they cannot afford to tap out for Brimaz on 3. I think I should probably just resolve the Gleeful Demolition here. Given that I really don't want them countering this next turn. Yeah, I'm 100% playing Burning-Tree Emissary. I'm not cutting that card. I think I have to play Loxodon. Would have been nice to find a land there, but... Well, that resolved, which means they probably have Lockdown. It's not good. Spirit Overthrow and Friendship doesn't seem bad. They're bad in the same matchups. Yeah, and like Spirit is a lot better in the mirror too. Spirit's definitely a lot better in the mirror. Another cycle main phase? I like this. That's really good for me. Untap land. I guess we blood away the Knight. Is there any reason to play the Loyalist? 8, 10, 15. I don't think there's a reason to play the Loyalist. Okay, they just backed it in. Cool. Alright, chat. 4. Yeah, that's dope. Haven't seen that come up in a while. No. No. Yes, keep. Put back 3rd land, I think. I activate Thoughtseize. It's a good draw. Yeah, I have all the tokens I need. I got them. Thank you, though. Thank you for looking out for me, Max. But I'm good. I got them. Took Gleeful? Oh, well. Nice Thoughtseize. It'd be a damn shame if I drew the exact same card. It would be a damn shame. I think I'm taking Bushwhacker Knight. I think I like Bushwhacker Knight. I don't know. Maybe it's better to just take the Loxodon. I'm not really sure what the difference is there, but this form when it gets Mono Black Waste, I don't know, but they got Thoughtseize bugged into oblivion. All right, I'm gonna put them on Rakdos. So I think we're just gonna bring in the collective efforts. We did 1 invasion last time, which I think is okay. I think the first invasion is good, but you don't want to draw a ton of copies. And if they're on a bunch of extinction events, like you can't protect from extinction event with invasion. I guess you can indirectly because you can take it from their hand, but yeah, you came in at a good time, Spirit Squad. They're mono black. What makes you think they're mono black? Chat, we're gonna try the mono red deck after this. That'll be what we close out the stream with. We got 4 leagues in today with this, so I'm pretty happy with that. I learned some things. So many people playing that Waste Not deck. Somebody in chat sent me an RCQ winning mono red Convoke deck list that I just have to try. I don't think it's very good, but 50023231. So 5284 115. So not great, but yeah, it's playing 4 City on Fires. I don't think it's very good, but it's really good content. I know I'm pretty set on the main deck. I don't think I'm going to change anything for the main deck, but the sideboard's still up in the air. I actually don't mind this hand against Rakdos. It's slow, but... You mean Selfless Spirit? No, I don't play Selfless Spirit. That card's not very good. There's so many better things you can play than that. Oh, Clarion Spirit. No. I don't like the Clarion Spirit. I'm just saying if you can't find a third copy, then it's fine to play it, but I don't think it's optimal. A good take. Yep, probably the right take. You think it's insane for them to take Epicure? I don't think it is. I think that makes sense. Oh, you were saying, is it insane for them to take Epicure? No, I think it's correct. My hand sucks without the Epicure. They're also like, it's also insurance against my best top deck, which is Gleeful Demolition, because they can't interact with the blood token, right? AGGRO Mauling. Okay, well, Rakdos would never play that card, so I guess confirmed mono black. Bang! Get you for 2. What you gonna do about it? Got him, chap. Got him for 2. Scoreboard, baby. Scoreboard. I mean, they're not going to cast Shieldred into the face-up collective effort, right? No, it's not good against Kalitas. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. They loaded up their deck list from prior to Shieldred's printing, and I'm getting punished for it. You'll love to see it. Just, deck list from October 2022. Yeah, can I convoke using your Kalitas with Venerated Loxodon, and then I could kill it with Collective Effort? I unironically could Collective Effort to put a counter on their shit, and then use the second one next turn. That is a horrendous line of play, and I'm not suggesting that it's correct, but... Actually, I'm gonna do it this way. And I can do this for more next turn, potentially. Was our 7 even keepable? I think it was. I mean, it's bad against Thoughtseize, but... Yeah, just make Goddess. Just make Goddess. Well, they get to choose, right? I'm pretty sure they get to choose. I think that's how that works. Okay. Sure. Well, they didn't get a 2/2, so... I don't know. Maybe that's like a moto bug or something? It might be a moto bug. I don't know how we can ever win this game. I'll figure something out. Just more cards that can't kill Kalitas. I sure got plenty of those. Man, this is good screenshot equity, right? This is amazing screenshot equity. 7/10. No, it's their effect, so they get to choose, or they should be able to choose. But it seems like there's probably a moto bug that's preventing my opponent from choosing. Oh, wait, is that lethal? 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, plus 5 is 17. Oh my god, am I 2 points short? It's insane. I did my math wrong. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 5. Yeah, it's only 17. What if I go 1-drop... Oh my god, I can't play 1-drop Collective Effort because I fucked up the pathway. If I could go 1-drop Collective Effort, that would have been a good turn. But I just fucked up the pathway. I guess I didn't have the hindsight of playing, like, white 1-drop plus Collective Effort in the same turn. I think I played against it 3 times today, Taimu. I guess I could just go send everything, flip landing, play 1-drop, have 2 blockers... Dead to any removal spell. Literally any removal spell. Oh wait, I'm just dead on board if I do that, right? Gain 1, go to 2. Gain 1 on defense, go to 3. Block, take 3. I can't even do that. Never mind, I can't even do that. Well, I guess we are doing this. Can I attack post-combat, play Inspector? No, it doesn't work. Go, I guess. Kill their Misery Shadow? How about I kill their Misery Shadow? I don't know if I have any outs, but they elected to not attack. Huh. Just play Giant Killer, I think. Giant Killer pass. Could maybe attack with a Loxodon. No, that's bad. No! I think you were probably dead regardless, but... Damn it. Okay, actual factual mono black. You want to do anything different? Does not appear to be Waste Not, though. It looks like they're just mono black cards. I think this is good. We'll go with this. It's been 5-0ing a couple. I think there was like a couple in the 5-0 dump, Taimu. I don't know if it was the most recent 5-0 dump or if it was one before that, but... This hand's got a plan. I guess it's fine. Yeah, put back this. Tap land turn 1, turn 2, spew my hand. It's not that bad. In before Obliterator. I mean, they cast Shieldred and Kalitas. I cannot possibly imagine a world where they have a different 4-drop besides those two. I don't know why you say that, Canister. I mean, sure, it's going to look bad in a game where your opponent casts Kalitas instead of Shieldred, but it's not going to happen that often, right? Like, imagine that game if they had played Shieldred instead of Kalitas. No, Destroyable's not better. Collective Effort's crazy. Y'all are nuts. Y'all are actually wildin'. Actually wildin', chat. Well, you must have missed the times where it was good. Because it's been good a couple of times. Guess I should have saved the other Bushwhacker, huh? I feel like if they have Fatal Push, it's better to cast Loxodon here, right? It's also a lot better to cast Loxodon if they have Graveyard Trespasser, because then my attacks are a lot better next turn. Okay. Mono black deck, and they led on 2 tap lands, by the way. Nice mono black deck. Classic. Oh my god, I can't beat that card. I legitimately cannot beat that card. I have no chance. The game's just over. No chance of beating that card. Oh, they have Extinction Event? It's the only reason they would ever trade there instead of here. Better on your own. I got cards to discard, let me tell you. I got cards to discard. I mean, they're hellbent. If I draw a way to make an artifact, I think I'm more likely to win the game if I hold this, right, and just draw any artifact maker. Yeah. They're gonna field me? I mean, I have 1,000,000 basics, and by 1,000,000 I mean 3. I don't really give a shit about the field. Why do I care about fields? Wasteland, essentially? How is it Wasteland? What are you talking about, Max? Oh, I shouldn't have cast that. I'm an idiot. I thought they had cards in hand. If they take a white source, I have 2 in play! What is happening, man? What are you talking about, Max? I'm so confused as to what you're saying right now. I guess they could cut me off Collective Effort. Collective Effort would be gassier. Alt Liliana, see if I care. How does Alt Liliana work with battles? Oh, dead. Can't beat it. Actually dead. Literally cannot beat this card. Could crack the Clue main phase to try and find another 1-drop, but that's probably worse into the Liliana. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just wasting time at this point. We can't win this game. Alright, couple 3-2s, couple 3-2s. Couple 3-2s. 7-minute song request. Yo, that's that.